When you're heartbroken at the death of a loved one, it's so easy to be overcome with negativity, to be pressed down inside of this world because the truth of that loved one not being there anymore just hits your heart. And everything just feels darker and heavier and sadder. There's an incredible section of scripture that so many Christians go to, Psalm 23. But it's a section of scripture that is just so often misunderstood. And I want to open up that truth to you today and give you peace. As I served as a pastor at a church and led funerals so often, I could just see peace pour onto all the people that were there at that funeral as we spoke the first words of Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. God being that shepherd, a shepherd who's always there for you, a shepherd who runs after you when you are lost, a shepherd who will carry you back when you are too weak, a shepherd who will fight that wily foe, the devil, for you. What peace that gives. We shouldn't be in want because he gives us what we need. And it continues on. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. And to know that that's exactly what Jesus has done for you, to give your soul peace. And as that Psalm 23 carried on, though, in the funeral, we got to verse 4. And it hit everyone like a thud. I could see it. I could see the peace just dissipate from people as they spoke verse 4. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. You don't even hear that end part, I will fear no evil, because all you hear is the thud of that word death. And how can you not? Right in front of you is the casket that has your loved one, or the urn that has the remains of your loved one, and the word death just hits us. But that is not God's intention. When you look at that verse, the word death is not the focus of God, and it shouldn't be then the focus of us. It says of death. Not to get all nerdy on you, but that means that the word death is the object of the prepositional phrase there. It's not the main meaning. And notice what it says. It says that death is a shadow. The shadow of death. Well, what does that mean? A shadow itself has no substance. A shadow itself has no value. A shadow can't hurt you. It can scare you if you let it scare you, but a shadow can do nothing to you. And because of Jesus, because of his power over death, of him rising to life on Easter Sunday, what does that mean for that loved one? Death is but a shadow. And where does that leave us? Well, it leaves us in that valley. Remember the verse though says, though I walk through the valley, and you think valley and you think this low point. And a valley is a low point. It is sad on this side of heaven to lose a loved one. But what does it say? I walk through the valley. That means there's an ending on the other side. There's peace waiting for you. And where is that found? It's found in Jesus. It's found in his power over death. It's found in the fact that he is that good shepherd before your loved one who passed away and for you. Next time you're at a funeral, or next time you're feeling sad about the death of a loved one, and you speak the words of Psalm 23, do not let that word death overtake you. Fear not, for Christ is with you. Fear not, for Christ walks with your loved one and walks with you. Death is but a shadow for those who believe in Jesus. Remember that truth, and you'll find peace.
Do you struggle to find time to connect with God? Well, click here to subscribe to our daily email. We'll make sure that you hear about God's promises, his love, and his amazing word.